Yeah, it's some nervous stick.
Hey, welcome to League of Extraordinary Inventors. I'm your host, Mike from Faraday Research. It is Free Energy Friday. It is Friday, February 27th, 2026. Welcome to the show. As always, we have Nathan on, and we have Lulu on, and we have Philip. He's somewhere, I think, on his way to the airport, I think. So we got Philip on for a little bit here.
I'm in a cafe in LA.
Oh, you're in a cafe in LA.
A coffee shop, sorry. Cafe in French, but coffee in English.
Yeah, Philip's everywhere, man. He's in Montreal. He's in the U.S. He's all over the place.
Yeah, but I'll be in San Jose in 2 weeks, and I'm incorporating in Vegas, in Nevada right now. So I should be incorporated within 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I already have my mailbox, and it's pretty cool. I'm really happy about that.
Cool. Right on. Things are moving along. Anyways, yeah, welcome to the show. It's Free Energy Friday. Live chat is open, so if you have any questions, comments for the cast, you could do so, and I'll post some of the questions and comments right on the screen. And I guess we'll get right to it. Mr. Nathan completed his Renegade device this week.
Yeah, I did.
Got it up and running.
Oh, dude, it runs great. It looks beautiful too.
Yeah,
Have you
it's
seen
a
the
really
final
good job.
version yet?
Not since you had that issue with the main light, but I've seen basically the overview of it. I don't know. Can you tilt your
Yeah,
camera?
yeah.
Or
Let me grab it.
yeah. So he's been working really hard on his version of the Renegade device. And there you go.
The Renegade device is doing what again? I forgot.
It's the generator I made.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he replicated exactly what I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very nice.
All the wiring came out super clean too. And
Yeah.
I had no problem spinning, man.
Yeah. And I find too, like if the wiring is short, like there's very few wires that go wrong, that also helps in response time with latency in the system. So if the wires are kept really short, all the components are kept close together, it fires really, really efficiently that way. Instead of having like giant wires hanging off it, right? Because I've had that issue before, right? So short wires are good when you're hooking up the Renegade, but it's super easy. I actually made a video after he did his video there last week, just to kind of go over the actual circuit itself and how easy it is to hook up and get running. So
The circuit's easy until you get to the spark gap. And one of the hardest things to do, Mike, is you got all the same color wire. So
you got to know which one's which. Yeah.
It was kind of hard to decipher. I went over and signed up for Mike's member section. I'm looking through every single one of his videos, and all the wires are the same. They all overlap each other. And I'm like, dude, I'm lost.
Yeah, you're lost. Yeah. But like the main thing is for the actual circuit itself, most of the power line that goes through the coil and the spark gap switch and the piezos, usually I kept everything in series. Now, when you're going to tap off it to dump it into something else, you could tap off the light in parallel, or you could tap off the piezos in parallel.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you put that into a full weight bridge, and and then you go from there. And then if you do the configuration of the full weight bridge, then a nice capacitor, and then another full weight bridge, you can take that power now and feed it right back into the battery again and loop it. So you'll notice when you do that, the motor will actually start speeding up, and the current coming off the battery will go down.
Nice.
So that's an interesting effect that I was able to demonstrate over and over again.
So what creates the heat? Is it the current?
The current, heat is created by current, right?
Okay.
But heat is hysteresis. That's the destruction of the power. Mm-hmm. So when you're running the Renegade, I've designed it. I'll have to talk to Nathan how to make that switch trigger faster. Get it in the sweet spot. And he actually seen the spark come off, and he goes, it's like a blue-green. That's the radiant spike. That is what you're looking for. That's cold electricity.
Right? I'll bring up the video for you, Mike, and you can take
sure.
a look at it.
Even better. So when you get the cold spike, you don't get heat, right? And the second you get heat, there's something wrong. So,
take a look. This is I fixed all the wiring. You see it right there? I burnt it.
Whereabouts? Can you circle it with your cursor there?
Anyway, Nathan, you've got like such a clean finish to things.
It
looks like, it came from a factory, not, like homemade.
But that's a good trait to have, because now if he's trying to diagnose a problem, he knows exactly what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also makes the circuit more efficient. You're not wasting wire. Everything's where it's supposed to be. If you want to swap stuff out, it's, a couple of screws, and then, you can remove stuff and swap things in.
I didn't even have to spin it, man. It just started.
Yeah, that's good, man.
They're really cool.
How many magnets do you have going around the wheel?
They're 2 deep, and there's 4, so there's 8 magnets total.
8 magnets? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get to eight magnets at that diameter of wheel, it should self-start.
Yeah, well, it ran clean. I'll show the little light over there in the back. You can evaluate it.
Yeah,
So yeah, I missed a wire on here. That's why the other one wasn't lighting up.
yeah. So that light bulb, the neon bulb, that takes 90 volts just to fire it.
So it's producing quite a bit.
So the back EMF spike is that high. So sorry, Nathan, go on.
Oh, well, the wire I missed, if you look at the piezo's, the green wire, I didn't connect it to the spark gap. That's all the problem was.
You didn't hook up the piezo's.
No,
they were hooked up to each other, but they weren't hooked up to the spark gap switch.
No, so no light. But I fixed that. Right as soon as you said, "Hey, just put a wire up to it and see what it does," I was able to find it real fast.
Yeah. So you were also saying too, the color of the neon bulb, it changed color.
The little neon?
Yeah, the little neon changed color as soon as you hook up the piezos. It changed.
Oh yeah. There's a little bit of green to it.
Yeah, that's the radiant energy.
Yeah, you can't see it in this one, but in the other one you can.
Yeah. Do you have that video or?
Do I have it? What? I don't have another one that shows it. Just this one.
You don't have it? Oh, just that one. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, that's where the radiant energy is. Second, you see that blue-green show up, that's radiant energy spike. That's what Bendini keeps talking about.
Yeah, you need a certain RPM on the wheel to get it.
Yeah, it's a sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
I got my best results when the wheel was my wheel was about that size when I was doing it, about 780 RPM.
Nice.
So right around that frequency, it turns out it was about 200 hertz, 212 hertz. It was a little higher than normal.
Okay.
Now, the back EMF spikes will actually get higher if you drop the frequency down or the RPM down to about 130 to 140 RPM or hertz. When you get that, then now you're getting massive spikes.
Oh, okay.
There's massive spikes when they go lower.
It puts. Sorry, I was going to say on the coil, the reason why there's 4 wires coming out instead of 2 is I thought you built yours with a trigger in it.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people do that. Yeah. See, now with that, with the proximity sensor you have there, I made mine swivel, so now I could actually change the timing of the wheel without doing anything. So if you put it on a swivel, then you could actually speed up the motor or slow it down just by the attack.
Oh, gotcha. So, I could do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you do that and alter it, see, I always set mine relative to the coil at 23.5 degrees. What's significant about that number, that is the actual tilt of the axis of our planet.
Oh, wow.
23.5 degrees. And I found it really kind of ironic. That was the sweet spot when my motor started to run really good. I don't know why. It could be just a coincidence, but I measured the angle of, the proximity sensor relative to the coil, 23.5 degrees. And I found out our axis of the planet is 23.5 degrees. So that's kind of weird.
Nice.
So there could be some geometry significance to that. So, but yeah, you got it running good.
Yeah, I didn't play with it a whole lot once I got it set.
Yeah.
It'll take a while to tinker.
Yeah, just it takes time to tinker with it and dial it in and make an adjustment here or change a value of a diode. What I usually use N4007 or N4006, but you could play with different values there. You could even try Zener diodes. or
I went,
Schottky diodes.
yeah, I went 07s on that. And I have a set of Shockies. I haven't put them in. Again, I wanted to try to make it as original as possible to what you did.
Yeah, it's a starting point, right? You got the starting point now. Now it's up to you to see what you can do with the platform.
Yeah.
If you can improve it, make it better, hey, all the power to you. It's something to start with. But it's a very basic motor when you think about it. It's very basic.
Yeah, well, like I said, the wiring was the most difficult thing, just trying to figure it out. The good thing is, like you said, it's pretty straightforward. So if you think it through, you can figure it out.
Yeah. It just go all in series. Just follow it in series. So from the battery, go to the spark gap switch, come out of the spark gap switch, go through the coil, out of the coil to the piezos, from the piezos to the light, and then from the light to your ground. Or you could swap it out. You could put the piezos in a different spot. I've put the piezos right after the coil. That works too. So
Yeah, I could probably remove some of those batteries too.
Yeah. Or just dump it into like a really good capacitor. Like these ones are really effective. These work great because they're self-healing. The 60 volt, 16,000 microfarad. These are great caps to work with. They're self-healing. Just put a bridge rectifier going in and a bridge rectifier coming out, and you're good to go.
Nice.
You can dump that into anything you want, anything, and you won't have to worry about transient spikes doing damage. It sorts out the transient into a real power.
Is it meant for it to like wobble a little?
That's
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, Lulu.
Mm.
There is some text that I read that Tesla was talking about. He was talking about wheels and how they spin.
Mm-hmm.
Them being slightly off is actually good.
Okay.
He actually it's funny you mentioned that. I remember reading that when Tesla was talking about his spinning wheels and stuff like that. His had a slight wobble to them, a slight oscillation to them.
Yeah, I just left it a little loose on the top, to be honest with you. I was in the middle of fiddling with it, and I didn't want a tight bearing or anything on there.
Yeah, it's a start point, right? Now the best part would be is to change that wheel out for a 12-inch wheel and start getting a flywheel effect. Yeah. Something that's got some weight on it, right? So since I went to the 12-inch wheel, I haven't gone back. I haven't gone back to the small wheel unless I needed something compact. So,
well, I'll be honest with you, it didn't cost a lot to build this. It just took some time and figuring it out. So I think I'll build a second one with a bigger wheel so I can compare the two side by side.
Yeah.
And then I can work on the second one and tear things on and off. You know what I mean? How I want to. I kind of like the fact that it's so clean now that it's done and it's like a display piece.
You know what? I would just, know what I would do is I would just put it under glass and then build a whole new unit.
Yeah.
This is version 1. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Like Bendini did, every time he made something, he put it up on the shelf. He wouldn't touch it anymore. He would just put it on the shelf. And if he had some other ideas to make it better, he would do a second version. He would never take apart the original model that he did. He would always put it on the shelf.
Oh yeah, don't take anything apart. Like leave it as is. Absolutely, because you have a working model.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like it. I think the wobble catches all the like magnetic fields better. Like all the energy.
It's an oscillation. It's creating an oscillation, right? Yeah. Because even those magnets are spinning, the flux is being thrown out, like a sprinkler kind of thing. And you can pick that up. And I have the EM meter that I could pick up the magnetic flux in the air. And I've done mine where I was able to pick up fluctuations like almost 2 feet away. So there is, it's definitely shooting something out, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think that
Yeah,
it
good deal.
matters which way it rotates?
From what they say, if you live in the northern hemisphere, run it clockwise. In the
Mm-hmm.
southern hemisphere, you run it counterclockwise.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now,
it rotates
here's the
both
other thing.
ways.
Another thing. Here's Bendini's secret. If you know what the voltage is right where you live right now, take a
Mhm.
reading and make a note of it. Go to a higher elevation. Go up a mountain somewhere, like 1,200 feet higher. Your voltage will increase.
Hmm.
You got better values when he was at a higher elevation.
Oh yeah.
There's more energy in the atmosphere.
Yep.
Aren't you next to Big Bear, Nathan?
I'm sorry, what?
Aren't
You're
you
next to
living
Big Bear.
next to Big Bear?
Oh yeah, yeah. Big Bear's not too far.
So
Yeah.
take it up there, throw it in the back of your truck, and then fire it up on your tailgate and see what readings you get.
Yeah, definitely could do that.
Like I know my big Renegade, I registered highest is about 960 volts spikes. So I was
Nice.
almost up to a kilowatt, pretty close to a kilowatt, not quite.
Well, I'll be doing a lot of testing on this. I'll hook the oscilloscope up to it, hook the voltmeter up, all those things, and I'll put it together in a nice video for everything. I'm gonna change out that light because when that thing does strobe, it blinds me,
Oh
and
yeah, it's super bright. Yeah.
it's
How many
terrible.
watts is that bulb? Yeah. How many watts is that light bulb?
I don't know. Everyone I put in there worked, so
Oh, okay.
it it didn't really matter. Whatever one I had, I think it's about a 60 probably.
Yeah, so like the one I'm using on mine, I usually keep it at low wattage, like a 4.5 watt. So it's not totally stealing everything from the transient, but it's just a ballast light. Like technically, you almost don't even need it because you have that neon bulb there.
Okay, so check it out. I hooked the voltmeter up to the return battery, right?
Yeah,
After it goes to the bridge rectifier, and then I put in the light that you just saw, the white one,
yeah,
and I was getting 8 point something volts coming back. And I'm thinking, okay, that's good. Then I just took in a regular light bulb, okay,
yeah.
and I put it in there. The light bulb didn't light, but then I got 12.97 volts coming back. So I got a higher voltage when the light bulb wasn't flashing everywhere. So it was telling me it was
Right,
just using some of the energy to flash.
right. Yeah. So it's like a resistance, right? You have a resistance, and when it has
Mhm.
the resistance breaks down, the light flashes because it's broken through that resistance. So if you put a light in there where the resistance is basically zero, you're going to get the full brunt of it, right? Or you're just taking the bulb out. We'll
And it
do
doesn't
that
work
too.
without the bulb, by the way. Go,
Oh, right, because it's in series.
yeah.
Yes.
So you have to put something in there, but if it doesn't react, you get a higher number. So the other
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
I wanted to do on this is see those little plates there. I wanted to put another one in there so that I can change out coils as I want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the other thing is I wanted to put switches for the batteries because I like everything tight and needy. You know what I mean? Put
Right.
together and you just turn the switches on. Plus, it looks cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turn on a switch with a light bulb on it. You know what I mean?
So,
Like you're firing it up.
okay. Question for you: how many volts do you have going into it?
I just have 12 volts.
Oh shit! You got to go to 48, man.
I didn't even get to that stage yet. This is just getting it running.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't even hit it hard yet.
Yeah. Start hitting more power into it. Put three or four batteries in series, and then pump it in and watch it fly.
Well, I could use a smaller battery on that trigger. It doesn't
Sure.
seem
Yeah.
like it needs it.
Yeah. Well, usually they require 12 volts to trigger properly. I've run those switches as low as I think 10.5 volts. So usually I just run a separate battery for that trigger, and that runs it okay. Now I know the proximity sensor, you can check the specs on it. Some of them can handle up to 30 volts.
Well, see, the
So
thing is, I have the 12 volt battery hooked to it. I just
Yeah.
take it out and use my little one for a little helicopter I got. It's about this big. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's 12 volts, so it should run it just
Oh, okay.
fine. And then use the 2 batteries in series to get me what is it, 24 volts? Yeah, 24. I can pull up to 24 then. I got a third battery. I can put it in and get to 36.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get some pretty cool results when you go higher. I usually run my big one at 50 volts. So,
That coil can take it. It's big.
oh yeah, a 2-pounder. Oh yeah,
A 2.2 or 2.3 pounds with the core.
yeah. They'll handle it just fine, and it'll throw enough force to run a large wheel.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing, I notice a lot of torque too, even with the big wheel. Like trying to stop that thing after it's been running, it takes quite a bit of force to slow it down.
Yeah, like I said, it's just the beginning. We're just starting.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it looks really good.
Wanted to get it going.
Yeah, I need you to get addicted to it, so you'd be like a junkie.
Well, Mike, the good thing is I got this one. I got the Bedini behind me. Now I can just build coils and switch them out wherever I want. You know what I mean? Between the two devices and see what I get.
Yeah.
It's such an advantage.
Yeah, because now you can make comparisons. Like Bendini, he never used, say, like an example on his wheel. He only used ferrite magnets. He wouldn't use neodymiums. So, is there significance to that? That's yet to be seen.
Oh, I've seen it. Let me just tell you what it is. It has to do with the iron content. Okay. When you have a magnet of any size and you get it next to iron automatically becomes a dominant magnet. And that's what's triggering it in his device. He didn't need a whole lot of magnetic value. He just needed him to be a magnet. And then the iron itself in his core, because there's so much in there, it became the electromagnet in the circuit once he did it. It automatically aligned the poling. I noticed that right away with it. And then when I ran this, it may end up running faster with a non-neodymium because the core of it tried to pull out on me several times as soon as I started it, right? So I had to go and glue the back and then tape over the front so that it stayed in there. But those things are shooting out of that thing.
Right. So what I did was where your coil is, how close is your coil relative to the wheel?
We're at about 5 millimeters, so about a 1/4 inch.
Okay, so I have mine backed off almost a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch away.
Okay.
I back it off right off, so you don't get that cogging problem.
Yeah, well, it didn't actually. It made it run better when it got to look because it was pulling the energy out so fast into that light bulb. Once the light bulb gets going, it actually made it run better.
What, in my Renegade or on the Bendini?
On the Renegade.
Oh, okay.
Well, because that core is, it's perfect in the holes and how far it is apart and everything. Mm-hmm. There's no error in there. There's no up and down values. It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's consistent. Yeah. Geometrically correct. Yeah. You might have a winner there.
No, I sent you the STL. Hopefully they all.
Yeah, I've got those. Yeah, I got them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the piezo one's tight.
Is it?
Yeah, so make sure you set it where you want it before you drop it in.
Oh, okay. I might not get it back out.
Yeah, well, you can get it back out. I'm just, if you already hooked it to the board or something.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I try to build them as tight as I can so they stay on there. Like mine, I could probably hang this Renegade on the wall and let it run.
Yeah.
This thing ain't going nowhere. And then I built it without, how do I want to say it? It doesn't have any garbage PLA to it. So nothing has to come off and crumple and throw away. Right. And you can stand the things up, like the thing that holds the coil. Instead of putting it on its side or on its back or something, it just stands straight up and it'll build.
Right on.
So yeah, and they build fast too. All the parts and all the screws that I use, and like Luther said, I try to make everything perfect to fit in there. I got different screws, went back and redid the PLA to make sure it matched the screws. And then I made sure I got black ones instead of silver ones. I just go the extra mile, you know what I mean? Like at the bottom of the board, I didn't like the hanging wire, so I put the little lock things in there. Just silly things like
little
that.
Stuff, yeah.
No, it's not silly. I mean, that's, it becomes more
It's just making a
appealing.
good build.
Yeah, like it. Yeah,
You can see it.
No, but you have to try silly things if you want to sort things out, So sometimes it's boring, but you gotta go through the process.
Yeah. Eventually, what you should do is get ceramic bearings. I find if your magnets are really, really powerful, they'll actually start pulling on that bearing in the middle and actually start cogging it. Start pulling on it. So that's why
the little round balls. That's what you're talking about, right? The little.
Well, the whole thing is made of ceramic, right? Well, the ball bearings are ceramic, and the rest of the bearings actually plastic. But you don't want a magnetic type bearing that's going to get slowed down by the spinning magnets going around it, because those magnets make a pretty big field.
So I doubled the bearing on this thing, Mike.
Yeah.
So there's one on the top, and then about this much down on the shaft, there's another one at the bottom. I didn't want any like super wobble in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just left it a little loose before because I wasn't set on how far down I wanted it yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I had built just the STL for the bottom that morning. And I was trying to adjust the height to be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it looks really good. Good job.
Very good job.
Sorry, can I do my speech because my cell phone battery is about to die?
All right. Yeah, do your speech.
Yeah. So, by the way, I didn't post it in the group, but apparently they discovered a fifth force. I haven't looked at it. I can forward the article in the group later, but I think it's pretty cool. But the fifth force, what it is it's the same thing as electromagnetic force or gravitomagnetic force. Force is all the same. It's energy. It's just the distribution is different, So I'm gonna read into it and talk about it more in depth next time. And the other cool thing is they found artificial lights in a exoplanet on an exoplanet in the Proxima B solar system. They found like artificial lights, so that means they found a new civilization, and they also have detected biological signature in the how do you call that? When you detect the materials through lights, like I did with your disc of material the last time, Mike. So you can tell the materials just with light, and they were able to detect like biological stuff on the exoplanet.
Are you talking about the Faraday disc I made?
Yeah. Remember, I sent you the material I suspected were in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sent you a message at some point. I'll, that's why I'm saying it's not a good idea to display the color of your material, because people can reverse engineer just with light the picture of your material.
Oh, you're talking about my electrolyte.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's so many different variations of what I've been doing, so I'm trying to hone in on the right material, the right combination, and I'm getting very, very close to that right now. I've got a prototype running, and I found out some interesting stuff about that. I could talk about that later.
Yeah,
they have technology that The
to
technology.
watch, to be careful before showing just a picture of it next time.
Yeah.
And the other cool thing is, um, I sent a little presentation to some program managers at DARPA regarding the stealth propulsion, the electromagnetic shielding, and the exotic antimatter production technologies that I'm proposing to them. It's pretty cool. I spent the week preparing the video, and I sent a link to the presentation to their to these program managers, and I'm pretty happy about that. So I did some research to find the right program managers, but with AI that helps. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And I also started promoting C++ Superset. But C++ Superset, the goal of that is to bootstrap my company, so I don't need investors to finance my deep tech research. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So
yeah, for
so
sure.
so yeah. So that's my goal, to have a bootstrap company, to self fund my research, and may hopefully get some grants at the same time. Um, because DARPA is the only place they finance deep tech research, and it's consistent. In Canada, they have all these little programs, but it keeps
They're all
changing
Mickey
every
Mouse.
6 months, you know. So
Yeah.
based on their discretion and all that shit. So um, pretty much based if you voted for the current government. So um, so yeah, it's more stable here in the United States. It's more consistent. So that's what I like. So and yeah, I also like I was saying earlier, I have my business address in Nevada. I'm gonna
Right.
incorporate I'm gonna create an LLC within the next 2 weeks, and yeah, it's pretty cool, man. And then I'll hire myself, and I'll get myself a visa. You know, I'll tell my friend to hire me so I can get a green card or something. No, just kidding. But
Phil, if you open up your tax ID in Delaware, it's much better because they're way more business friendly, and things when you have your tax ID originating from Delaware for some
yeah,
reason.
I debated that the whole week with my friend. A lot of people recommend Delaware. Thanks for that, Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
But Delaware is more. The laws are there's no gray area in the laws, and it's more investor friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have investors investing in your company, it's friendlier.
Because it's better on the taxation part for investors.
Yeah,
Like.
that's what I'm saying. The
Mhm.
For investors, it's friendlier, and there's no gray areas in the legislation. But in my case, that's what I'm saying. I don't want investors, because if I ask the investors, then I'm gonna owe them down the line. The administration board is stronger than the executive board, so they can fire my ass anytime they want. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So so that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be controlled by anybody. So I'm trying to bootstrap the company, and that's why I have my software to promote. I released earlier this week, so I'm gonna promote it, and I am promoting it, but uh, it's a perfect timing. You know, I'm learning. I'm with incubators. I'm in contact with the San Diego incubator and Montreal incubators. So it's a good timing, man. I cannot complain. You know, I cannot complain. So it's I think Americans should be proud of their country, man, because you have a lot of good stuff here. You know, for entrepreneurship.
Yep, that's good. I'm glad the trip is turning out to be a good thing for you.
Yeah, and hopefully it works out with you too with the investor link I sent, investment link I sent you, because otherwise, because people are not gonna come and knocking at your door. You have to go outside and show
Yeah,
off your work. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I got to make a new prototype, and it's going to be kind of like my final revision to basically show and tell. So as soon as I get that prototype done, then I can start doing my showing and telling.
yeah, exactly. That's what you have to do. So and yeah, so everything I'm telling you right now is, you know, it's quality over quantity. I don't talk a lot, but what I say is there's a lot of research behind what I say, and I'm sharing that stuff to you. Maybe they can help anybody or your viewers or anything. Um, so yeah, I mean, let's see what
That's
happens, man.
awesome.
But I'm pretty
Well,
positive. It's like I'm past the flipping point. You know what I mean? So
yeah. How long are you staying in the U.S. before you come back? Or
uh, so there's no snow anymore, I'll come back to Canada.
okay.
Is that never?
Oh my God. Wow, Gerald's online. Wow. I sent you an invite, Gerald.
Hey, Gerald, what's up, buddy?
I haven't talked to him in months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, Gerald, man, long time no see.
I know. Maybe he's was frozen to death by the brutal winter we've had here in Canada this year. All
Yeah,
of
my
Canada
my
is
my mom said
brutal.
it's gonna be minus 20 tonight or tomorrow, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, like right now it's 3 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, which is minus 10 or something.
Mm, let's see.
There was a
Oh, sorry,
formula.
3 degrees Celsius. So it's about
Uh,
36, about 36 Fahrenheit.
okay.
Yeah,
and we hit about
somewhere
90 degrees today in California.
90. Must be
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah. It was a real nice day.
I think here it was
Wow,
in the 60s. So
60s.
yeah.
I like
Yeah, I
80s.
was sweating
80s
all
is
day
fun.
here. It's pretty awesome.
I like 80 degrees. I'm pretty happy with that temperature. Um, Anything above 85, say pushing 90, then it's a little bit uncomfortable, but I like the 80 degrees.
Well, yeah. Well, I think where Phil is, he's right there on the ocean. So it's got a nice breeze. Temperature's a bit lower.
Yeah, as long as there's a wind, then you're good, right? So, like last summer, we had
No,
a
I,
pretty
wa-
hot summer.
I was in Pacific Beach 2 weeks ago, but now I'm in Culver City in LA.
Yeah, I was when I was there, I was in Santa Monica. It was actually quite nice,
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
Phil
pleasant.
isn't too far from you, Nathan, right? Or are you not too
probably
far,
a
right?
couple
Yeah,
hours.
couple hours.
Can I
Two
run to your place, Nathan?
hours.
I don't think you can run that far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
2 hours.
could take a Uber ride or something like that. I don't know. I'll check it out. Send me
Yeah,
your address on the group.
yeah, in the group chat, and then you'll have um, Philip show up at your doorstep at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yelling, Nathan, I'm hungry.
Nice.
Get me a burrito.
It's
Oh, man.
Mexican food there was good. Hey, Philip, since you're in LA, go to Old El Paso. It's in East LA. Go
oh,
there.
East LA.
Turn into,
It's a dangerous area. It's
yeah,
I
go during the
rather
day.
stick
It's
to West LA, West Hollywood, and all that.
no, go to Old El Paso. It's in downtown east part of LA. And when I was there, it was not bad. It wasn't dangerous. At nighttime, I wouldn't be there, but
Yeah, that's what. I remember I had a car accident that's like a long time ago, and I had to go to East LA. I was in East LA, and all the windows they all have
Bars on him.
metallic bars, you know, and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
All the
that was like
windows
that
and
when I was there
doors
too.
they're all protected with
Yeah,
bars.
And every
yeah,
city has that, like one area that has that. Like even Houston, we have, a section of it. And it's all
like
boarded
Yeah,
even
but
up, and yeah.
every
like even
city, every city, the east side of each city is the most criminal side, and every
yeah,
west side of each city is
yeah.
the wealthy side and less dangerous.
Hmm.
It's the same thing. It's
Well,
the same thing in London, Ontario. Same thing in Montreal. Same thing in Toronto. Every
yeah.
east side is
We got Brampton, so
more criminal.
Do you
well, we
not
got
to
we got
think about it, you're
Brampton,
right.
so
I think like here comparatively, I think you're right. The east side, yeah, I think you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
yeah, like
It's
Brampton
funny.
is like northwest of Toronto, and that's kind of like I, I can't compare it to like say the Bronx, but it would be like East LA. So it's like on the 6 o'clock news, whenever they have a criminal, I go, all you have to do is go to Brampton because that's where they all live. You know what I mean? It's like a stereotype now. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. You want to find a criminal? Go to
It's like in
Brampton.
Montreal, they have Westmount as a rich area, and you know what I mean. It's the same for all cities.
Yeah,
Same thing in New York. You know, I got lost in Harlem, but at some point at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I went east side. It's even worse, man. It's like I got mugged. It didn't take more than 5 minutes. So you don't want to be on the East New York, you know.
yeah. I was in New York too. I was in Manhattan. I think the roughest area I was in New York was Roosevelt. That's where Flavor Flav was born and Howard Stern was born. It was like the Bronx of, well, not quite like the Bronx, but it's like it's right beside Queens, basically. If you know where Queens is, it's just basically before you go over the Queens Bridge. That whole
Is
area
it
there.
like southeast again? I think.
Uh yes, southeast. It's under the
Yeah,
bridge. It's under the
yeah.
bridge.
There, there's a there's a big uh, there's a big subway outside that splits the west side and the east side. And
In
if
New
you
York,
cross
you're talking about?
that um, external subway, then on the east side,
Yeah,
make
that's
your
where
prayers
Roosevelt
because
is.
you know.
Yeah, that's where Roosevelt is. It's right below the Queensboro Bridge. There's a subway that goes in the, I believe, north south, and the Queensboro Bridge goes west to east.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
just below that bridge there, that's Roosevelt right in there. So
Yeah,
that's a rough area. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so yeah, man. My cell phone is about to die. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's
uh,
fine. Philip, we'll talk to you soon and hope everything goes good with your rest of your plans while you're down there.
yeah, thanks, and I'm happy to share my everything I learned over here. So maybe I can help. Maybe it helps other people. So I think
Well,
next
you're
week I'm gonna send you guys some pictures of Ferraris and stuff like that. You know, because
yeah.
they got nice Ferrari places here, just to
Well,
piss off people a little bit.
when you get back to Canada, you have to make a trip to Toronto, and we'll meet up.
Yeah, yeah, and
We're
we'll
only a
do
6 hour
some
drive.
mega party with mega geeky party with our experiments.
All right, Philip. We'll talk to you soon then.
Awesome thing. Cheers.
Cheers, good.
See you later, Phil.
You guys gotta buy this thing, all of you. Look at this cord. This is the coolest cord in the world. Okay.
Was that USB C?
Yeah, but it's You can click it and it becomes that.
Okay.
You can detach it and it becomes a C all in one.
Nice.
Yeah. So, it's like super fast, super fast. I mean, you put this thing like not even 10 minutes, like you have a full charge to any device. So, pretty cool. You don't have to be carrying like 2, 3 of them, just one. And it works on both ends too. It has like the other side as well. So this is the other end. Has a USB-C part
Mhm.
and then a C. It doesn't have the other, variation, but somebody should invent it because it would be easy just to click a third one on, to have that. Or
Mr. Mike does want you to replicate the pulse motor.
I want to see the little replicator pulse motor. Man, I'm waiting for my magnetic paper because I have to be able to see the poles on that. Here, let me show it. I still have my experiment, but give me 1 second.
She's gone.
Nice.
And she's
I'm
back.
here. I'm trying to get.
Grabbing her stuff.
Yeah. So, what I found really interesting about my batteries in the last couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of like charging the cells and doing a long discharge. So I'm finding these cells, I could charge them within basically 60 seconds, and then they'll actually put out good power for 24 hours.
Nice.
So a fast charge and a long discharge. So they charge fast like a capacitor, but they operate like a battery.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Is Mike talking about the V gate thing? With the V gate magnet?
No. I'm just talking about my battery power cells that I'm working on. So what I like to do is actually hook them up to the Renegade and actually pulse charge the actual cells, and then have a switch to shut them off and then feed that power back into the system.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens. So
very cool. I'm working on my own battery, Mike. Check this out.
Yeah. Ooh, there you go. What do you call that? Brown's gas generator.
Yeah, and then the metal plates go in there. I got copper and zinc for each one of them.
Okay.
And then in between, we're just going to use oranges for dielectric. I'm going to fill it up full of orange juice. You know what I mean? And I want to see if I can actually start my Tesla coil with it. So
yeah, battery. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome, man. And I got a little spacing. It's a 1/4 inch spacing, which I know
Great.
is not great, but it's a start. And then it's printed so that you can remove the spacing parts and put in new ones and get it closer.
Okay, so here's a little tip on building that cell. Those plates there, what you want to do is put like a gauze or like I guess almost like a cotton wrap, and you wrap those plates up with that gauze. So what will happen is when you pour the juice inside, you'll keep that juice on the plates.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they do what Bendini was doing with the alum batteries. He would take a stock car battery, dump all the electrolyte out, take the plates out, clean them off, take the covers that are on the plates, clean all the crap off it, put it back together. Instead of filling it with electrolyte, he's filling it with the alum.
Yeah.
And it totally restores that battery. You know, you said you're using zinc, right? Zinc and copper?
Zinc and copper, yeah.
Yeah, so the copper is going to really oxidize pretty bad. You could buy this stuff called carbon graphite spray. It's a spray. You can buy it on Amazon. It's made by MG Chemicals. And you buy that spray, and what you can do is coat all those copper plates with the graphite spray. That will protect the oxidation issue with those copper plates. It'll work good.
Well, it's one of those things that's under $100 to make. You know what I mean? And it kind of teaches you how batteries work.
Yeah.
And how to put things together. And that's kind of the reason I'm doing it. We were doing potatoes, BurnEye and I were.
Yeah.
And we got it up to about 18 volts and we got a couple amps out of it. But there
Really?
was no pushback on it. So you couldn't run a load off of it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It didn't have a hard backing. So I figured if I put the plates closer together, we can get that. And it creates that pushback effect.
Right. So if you want current, plates got to go really close together. If you want to get voltage, plates come apart. So there's a compromise. So you got to find the sweet spot of the distance between the plates. So closer you got the plates together, higher current, but lower voltages. If you want to get the voltages up, but you're going to lose a bit of current, pull the plates a little bit apart. So you got to find the sweet spot.
Well, it's about a 1/4 inch apart, so about 5 millimeters, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So I figured, we start there, and then I have a feeling we're going to get it down to 1 millimeter apart, which means the plates come out just a hair bigger. So we're talking just like the size of the cloth in between them. You know what I mean? At the next step. But this is kind of just one of those things that we did one video on this on the potatoes. This is like the evolution of it next. Then the next evolution is, what do we learn here? Can we get a battery to work as a capacitor and a battery? So set up the plates and get a spacing in between them and see if you can't get a dielectric built so you can get a capacitance and then a battery towards the other side. You see what I'm saying? Is that possible?
I'm going to give you a really cool idea.
Okay.
This is a little secret of mine. I'm going to give a secret out tonight. Instead of putting straight electrolyte in there, you're going to buy what is called ultrasonic gel that they use when you get an ultrasound done.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy them in a big bladder. It's about yay big. It's almost like a big brick. It only costs like $20 or $30 for like 4 or 5 liters of the stuff. You take that, you fill your cell up with it, and if you really want a good reaction, you add grapefruit seed extract and you mix that up into that gel.
Okay.
You watch what happens.
Grapefruit seed.
Yeah, grapefruit seed extract. It's concentrated. The pH ranges from 3 to 4.5, which is quite acidic. So you mix that in the ultrasonic gel and put that in the case.
That's
and you watch what happens.
Okay, that'll be the third version of the battery then.
There's a secret.
Thank you, Mike. All right, Lulu, did you find what you're looking for?
Oh, you're muted, Lulu.
Let me see if I can, how to flip my screen. How do I flip the screen? Okay, well, I don't know how to flip the screen, but here. There we go. This is what I'm still working on, but I really need my magnet paper to see, you guys see it? Can you guys see it?
Yeah, you gotta point it down a little more. There you go.
Here we go. Okay, do you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay. This is what I still need to figure out, like my poles on the magnet. If I get my magnet paper, I could put it, then I could see the fields. It would make it much easier, but I'm still waiting on it. And I was supposed to get it yesterday, but it's not here yet. So, yeah, this is what I'm working on. But I need that magnet paper.
So, what is it supposed to do, Lulu?
It's supposed to rotate on its own.
Oh, so you're trying to Howard Johnson.
Yeah, it's supposed
There
to.
you go.
Yeah, but I have to have the magnets poles the right way and I can't see the poles.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what the magnet paper's for. But yeah, it's supposed to rotate on its own. Okay, did a little bit. Just a bit. You see, no, it's not ready yet, but it'll be ready at some point.
Very cool.
That would be like really cool if you could actually pull that off. Then
Why?
you'll beat Howard Johnson. It took him like 50 years to figure his out.
Yeah, like look, there's a core magnet here. Like if I remove this, all right, in the middle here, I have a core magnet, like a big old core magnet.
Okay.
Hold on.
You gotta tilt it down so we can see it.
Alright,
Okay.
okay. This is ceramic. This is my core magnet. I put a hollow now it's messed up. But anyway, this is what I'm working on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if you can pull that one off.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
why not? It'll take a little tinkering, but it'll work eventually.
Perpetual motion.
Okay, but I got it to work when the magnets weren't put that way. I got the magnets to rotate, on their own. But the second that I taped them on, it stopped working. So
Yeah.
the magnets are spinning on their own. But I gotta position them the right way, and I got some a hot glue gun, so I can position them properly. And
Yeah.
So at one point it should work.
Yeah. When I did my Howard Johnson, I was able to have it at a stationary and just give it a little tap just to get it rotating. And the thing would spin for about a minute on its own just by the flipping of the fields. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a matter of being able to give a push. And what happens is in the middle of the magnet, especially if it's a round magnet that has a hole in it, your strongest point of the field is on the outside diameter. And I know this is true because every time that magnet came through, the second it lined up exactly with the magnet on the inside, it slowed down, it cogged. It was like they call it the sticky spot. And that was a big issue that Howard Johnson was working on for years and years and years, how to compensate for that sticky spot. So it's a matter of having one magnet having north pole and having the second magnet side by side. That's the opposite pole. So what happens is the magnet that's rotating still reacts with those magnets, but relative to the field, it removes the sticky spot. So you would have one magnet positive, the other negative, south pole, side by side. Yeah, so that cancels that out. And where I've seen that as well, when we had Dr. Weeping Yu from NASA on the show, he was talking about this neutralization zone. So kind of confirmed what I was doing back in the summer of last year. So I would actually spend more time on it, but man, it is like, it's probably the hardest project I ever worked on. I haven't figured it out. Even with the end machine too, that was one of the hardest projects I've worked on, because I was trying to increase the voltage on the end machine. I got huge currents. I got 20, 30 amps coming out of the thing, but the most I was able to put out was like 100 to 120 millivolts, which is not much. So there is a way to actually make the voltage a lot higher. Peter Linderman and Michael Knox back in the 80s, they came up with a way of doing it. So it's pretty easy to replicate it. It's just a matter of getting my rig.
They went north-south, and spaced them out, didn't they? Or
well, what they did was on their first model back in, they did it when they were working at Borderland Sciences. What they did was they segmented the actual magnets. So there would be a gap in between the magnets. So say you had 4 quarters of magnets going around, there would be that space. So what will happen is it's actually spinning. Instead of a solid field just spinning continuously like DC, it's now pulsating. It's actually pulsating. So because of that pulsation, that's when they hooked it up to a really high rated step up transformer. So they used a car ignition coil. So they pumped that power with all that current into the car ignition coil, jumped up the voltage up to, I think they got it as high as like 140 volts. And they had enough current to run a neon bulb. So it is possible with an end machine to get a higher voltage. I just haven't had the time. I might revisit it because it was actually quite a popular project I did on my YouTube channel. Very popular.
Well, I bought the parts for it, Mike, so I'll be
Yeah.
building one soon.
Yeah. Like on my video, I think the one short that I did for my M machine, I got over 7,000 views on that.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, it's a good project. It'll be interesting. The key is the brushes. If you get the brushes just right, yeah, you'll get a lot of current.
Yeah.
I was spinning the magnets up to about 4,000 RPM, and I was getting about 30 amps. So
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a really good return, man. All you got to do is
It's pretty
fix
fast.
it. You gotta
yeah,
duty
4,000
cycle it.
RPM. Yeah, you have to have a good rig for it, and I built actually a shell around the magnets, so if something did fail, it would go inside the case, because you don't want those magnets flying off or something fail.
Yeah, 4,000 RPMs, that would like
Yeah.
fly faster than a bullet, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of catastrophic for your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, get shrapnel in your face from the magnets.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Not a good day if that were to happen.
I spun up some magnets at around 7,000 RPM.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty
then
scary.
What happened is I bolted it to the wood, and it was one of those
Yeah.
hammer-in ones. Well, the whole thing sucked right out and went over to the magnet and destroyed one. It had obliterated one of the magnets. So,
Oh yeah, and neodymium magnets, when they shatter, it's not pretty.
no.
And they're like shards. They're very sharp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen
been cut a
seen
couple
them.
of times.
I've
been
seen
cut a
two
couple
of
times,
them.
but
I've seen two of them smash.
they'll explode.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Actually, I had two magnets hit each other so hard it made a spark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're serious. You get the real powerful M52s. They smack together. Yeah, they'll create an arc.
I think we all deal with that. If you ever dealt with magnets, man, I got them on the side of my toolbox. Half of them were broken in half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, anytime you move them, mess with them, they start to snap. You know what I mean? You get a
Yeah,
big
some of
old
them are
mess on your
brittle.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot, like most of them now, they have like a, not a zinc coating, but they have like a
nickel?
almost a nickel coating. Yeah, nickel. Yeah, that's more or less to keep them strong, because the neodymiums, I think they're a ceramic compound, if I'm not mistaken, and they put the zinc around it, or nickel.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I had a question off topic. If I can ask, if you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
The quartz, quartz, right?
Yeah.
Like the crystal, the quartz. Well, this question comes from, I'm trying to think of a way to create a solar panel, but using quartz and iron filings for a roof, like a roof tile. Would it generate electricity?
You would have to experiment with it. It could be a good way of making a heat source.
Yeah.
So if you have like a heat pump,
Mm-hmm.
you can generate the heat on the roof and then put it through a heat pump and have hot water for your house, or heat up your home.
Okay.
I've looked into a few. Actually, there's, what car is it? One of the EVs that's on the market right now has a really cool heat pump system in it. I'm trying to remember what EV it is. It's not the Tesla, it's something else. I don't know if it's Chevy that made it. Yeah, I think Chevy made it. But they have a really good heat pump design. I think Nathan's taken off for the night.
I think he's got that show that he does.
Oh, right. Yeah. The other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch that show sometimes. It's pretty funny.
And they're like heavy on their jokes, like real heavy on their jokes. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Right on. Oh man.
It like
So,
earlier, Phil was talking about or I don't know who was talking about, like they can detect the material that you're
yeah.
the plastic.
Yeah.
And they're like it's more than that. Like if you're eating a bag of chips, they could know exactly the plastic from just the color.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
using laser. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but I've experimented with so many different elements. Like I've got in my disposal right now, I would say about 20 different elements
Mm-hmm.
and compounds and metals and you name it. I've got it. Like I've got some pretty cool stuff. I got a pretty good inventory and metals and chemical, not chemicals, but elements to use in my cells. So I've been, I've zeroed in on probably about 4 major ones
Mm-hmm.
that are getting real close to being my actual finished prototype. So right now, one other thing that I've learned in the last week, especially when you're dealing with any kind of like magnesium, because I
Mm-hmm.
like to use magnesium, it has a higher energy density than lithium does. So it's actually quite a bit higher than lithium. But yet, why are we using lithium when actually magnesium is a better choice?
Isn't it more abundant as well?
It's not like it's not abundant. You can get it right now. It's cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like lithium, since they find a replacement for lithium, which I think most of the battery companies are going to start going to sodium.
Salt
Sodium,
batteries.
yeah, it's 25% cheaper to manufacture a sodium battery than a lithium battery.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have all the issues with thermal runaway and all that kind of stuff. And the
There's
list
no
goes on.
toxicity either,
The toxicity issue is now gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thermal runaway fires, all that kind of stuff. It pretty much vanishes when you start using sodium. Um, so
What's
yeah,
what's the downfall of the sodium? Is there any form of erosion
it's an
though?
energy. Well, it's not as energy dense
Okay.
as lithium is,
Mm-hmm.
but the big thing is cost. It's 25% cheaper to produce battery. You got all these pluses, but the sodium's getting better. They were working with sodium back in I guess in the 90s, and they kind of went away from it because they got the lithium and everybody pushed for the lithium. So the lithium stocks went up through the roof, and a lot of people made a lot of money in a short period of time on lithium stocks. But
It's
the
hard to
best
make money
ones,
on the salt stocks because so anybody could make,
yeah.
it's very too
So
abundant.
on the periodic table, you got lithium, you got magnesium, you got aluminum, you got zinc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's called group 2 reactive metals. So the first one, I believe, is cesium. I can't
Here, let me
remember
grab
the
it.
exact order, but it's like 4, cesium, potassium. Oh God, I keep
Here you
forgetting
go.
the order.
Here you go.
So look at I can't see it from there, Lulu. Look at group 2 metals, group
Okay.
2 reactive metals.
Okay. I'm talking about we're lithium. No, this is where
Yeah,
am I
look.
looking at?
Okay. I can't see it, Lulu. Hold on. Okay, so you got
Group 1, group
group
2.
1, group 2.
Group-
Okay, so what's that first one? Barium?
Yeah.
Is it barium?
Yeah, barium. No, beryllium.
Beryllium? Okay, what's below
Beryllium.
beryllium?
Magnesium.
Magnesium. Okay. So you're in the group 2 metals. So when it comes to lithium comparison,
Mm-hmm.
lithium's got over 22 900 milliamp hours per square centimeter versus lithium is only like 960. So there's a huge jump in energy density with magnesium. Hands down, magnesium is more energy. Now, the other one too is magnesium has 12 protons, okay, in its nucleus, where lithium only has 6.
6 or
Or
3?
6 or 3? 3.
3.
Right. So the atomic makeup of magnesium is superior for charge. And also the amount of charge electrons that get released from magnesium versus lithium is 2 to 1, right? So you're getting more for your buck when it comes to energy density. Also, too, magnesium's a very, very light metal, which is also a very, very big issue in batteries, the weight of the battery.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what I found this week that using some of the elements that I'm using, basically water is the enemy for my type of cell that I'm creating. So if I create a cell, it cannot have any water whatsoever. It basically told me that water is the enemy. So it has to be in a sealed package, and it also has to either have like a silicate, that silicate bags that absorb moisture. That has to be in the cell with it. So if there is any moisture, it's going to absorb it and take it away. They have to stay super, super, super dry. The water, if it gets in there, it'll eventually degrade the magnesium. Because what happens is when you have water hit magnesium, you have an instant oxidation. Now, it also creates peroxide, and then you get the oxidation. And then also in that reaction, you have a release of hydrogen gas, right? So in a lot of batteries, what will happen is they found if you use manganese dioxide, that prevents the buildup of hydrogen inside the battery. So they would put the manganese dioxide on the cathode, all right? So when that charged particle is coming through and the magnesium or ion comes through, you don't get the production of hydrogen. If you get the production of hydrogen and you have oxygen present, what happens? You got water.
Yeah.
The water will basically destroy the cell from the inside out. So when you make a magnesium cell, another great tip for everybody, water is the enemy. So when you make a solid state battery, it cannot have any water in it at all. It has to be 100% dry cell. Then your magnesium will not deteriorate. It'll last years.
You won't
10,
have that
20,
oxidation.
30, right.
Yeah.
You'll still have a reaction depending on what you use. And that's what the last 2.5 years I've been trying to come up with that makeup where I don't have any water in it, but I still have a great ionic flow through the medium. And I'm very, very, very close to the right combination. And I would say in the next couple of months, I'll have it. Maybe even less. I'm this close. I'm so close. So
Can't wait. The other day, somebody came to the house to do something, but they brought a moisture meter with them to check,
humidity. Yeah.
Okay, this little machine is so cool. They're doing their work, but I couldn't help myself, so I grabbed it and I started testing things. It tested 100% when I put an aluminum piece on it that has moisture. Interesting, right?
Sorry, say that
Aluminum.
again.
Okay.
Aluminum and
Just a piece of aluminum,
Okay.
from the aluminum piece, just a sheet of aluminum, the one in the kitchen, I
Yeah.
put it against the moisture meter, and the moisture meter registered 100% moisture. How is that possible?
So it's on the aluminum and you have water on it.
Aluminum doesn't have water. It's an aluminum piece. The moisture meter had It's
So the moisture meter reacted to the aluminum when you
aluminum.
put it on it.
Yeah. It read 100% moisture on it.
Is it the Humidex meter? Is it analog or digital?
I don't know. It's a handheld one.
Oh, it's
But
a
I'm not sure.
digital one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could react with aluminum and maybe give a false reading on that.
I mean, it's a very professional one. The companies use it like to test out
Right.
moisture and things. So I doubt that it's faulty in any way. But it was
No, I'm just
interesting.
thinking that metal would cause a false reading.
Well, that's
Because
going to
you're
be my
taking,
next. It's going to be my next experiment. I'm going to buy one. They're not that expensive. They're like $25 for a digital one. Could get them at
yeah,
any like store. But it was very interesting to see that reading on there.
as soon as you put it up to aluminum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be reacting something with the sensor because the Humidex reader will take the reading from the air itself. So if there is any humidity, it's going to want to attach itself to a metal surface. You might think it doesn't have any water on it, but if the Humidex level of your area, say the Humidex reading for the day is say 80%, right? That 80% of humidity that's in the air is going to attach itself up pretty much onto every surface. So if you were to put that meter on that surface, it's going to give you 100% Humidex reading. Those meters are meant to be read just in the air, not in contact with the surface.
No, they're meant to be in contact with surface. That's how they read if there's moisture in wood, if there's moisture in. So no, it's supposed to touch it. That's how
Yeah,
like
I guess
it's going to be my
aluminum.
next week. I'm going to buy one. They're not that
Yeah.
expensive, and we'll test it out on the show. See, different material, what readings it gives off, because it would be very interesting to know, what materials, and I'll try to bring different kinds of things to test it out. That would also help with materials for batteries and things like that to know how much moisture they retain. Different metals, different whatever, just different things that I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's
even
cool.
silica beads. Yeah, let's try the silica beads. Got a bunch
Yeah.
of silica beads. See,
So you can get that same material that the sodium piacrylate that removes moisture. So when I finally make my final prototype of my power cell, I'm going to have that sodium polyacrylate in the cell. I might put it in a little bag, so it's at the bottom of the cell. So even after I seal it up in a bag, so there's no air inside, that if there is any humidity or any kind of moisture that's in that cell, the sodium polyacrylate is going to extract that out. It's going to pull it away.
What is baby powder made out of? That isn't that like it's supposed to suck out moisture?
Made of? Yeah, I'm not. I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, it was just a thought
Here,
that came up on
let me
mind.
Google that one.
That might be a good material to use.
Okay. What is baby powder made of? Okay. Okay. Baby powder is primarily made either of cornstarch or talc hydrate magnesium silicate.
That might be useful.
Interesting. So yeah, so usually cornstarch works like that. Yeah. Designed to absorb moisture, reduce friction, and prevent diaper rash.
Yeah. Going back to the diaper rash thing.
Yeah, back to the diaper. That's hilarious. So here, let me do a Google on sodium piacrylate. Okay, so Sodium polyacrylate is a super absorbent polymer, or they call it SAP, widely known for its ability to absorb and retain up to between 300 to 800 times its weight in water. Turns liquids into gel-like solid. It is white, odorless powder, often referred to as dry water. They call it dry water, and is also used to create artificial snow.
Yeah. They use it quite a bit around the holidays for decoration.
Yeah.
The
So
fake
when you
snow.
make my focus on in the last 3 to 4 months has been making solid state electrolytes. So I pretty much confirmed this week that water is the enemy. It has to be, even atmospheric humidity will kill the cell. So when I make the cell, not only it has to be airtight, it also has to have a water absorbent material in it to pull any moisture that could accumulate inside that cell away from the cell. And if I can achieve this, then the cell will last for years.
Can you make it airtight to the point like vacuum, vacuum
I
seal?
could vacuum seal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a matter of being able to create electrodes that'll go through the bag where you seal it. There's a couple ideas that I have to investigate to try this out if it's going to work. But if I can achieve almost a perfectly sealed, cell, then the better the chances of the longevity of my cells goes up like greatly. So that's the goal.
I'm excited,
So-
because I feel like at one point you're gonna have like one of those really cool devices where you could just put it next to any device and it will power it. And the size,
it's just
size matters.
it's power on demand. It's using the elements to create electrical charge by differential. I look at a battery in a totally different way. I look at it as like more or less like a one-way junction, a one-way diode.
Mhm.
I look at a battery different in the aspect of, because when I'm creating a cell like I am in a solid state matrix, there's no galvanic action happening. So, what do you call it? Because a battery is a redox chemical
Reaction.
oxidation reaction. But if I remove all those attributes of oxidation, corrosion, what do you call it? Is it classified as battery now? It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
I don't
really a
know,
battery.
what would I use a name for it? Perpetual energy, I don't know.
I guess in a way it would be the closest thing to a perpetual energy machine, because you're not putting
Infinite energy machine.
you're not putting energy into it. You're
It's
just using
producing.
elements, and the elements reacting with each other in amazing ways that I feel most companies really still don't understand, because I look at my power cell completely different of what a battery is. A battery is based on a redox galvanic reaction. And I'm at the point now where I've removed the corrosion or the oxidation, and I'm not using an acidic electrolyte to power the cell. I've created something entirely different. It's a matrix that allows magnesium ions to flow through that matrix from the cathode to the anode, or sorry, anode to the cathode. And there's I'm not putting energy into it; it's doing it on its own.
So you must have thought of a name or something. Yeah.
Well, it's magnesium ion is, I've created a pathway. I've created a tunnel for the magnesium ions to travel. I've given them, I built a subway system for them to travel.
Call it the pathway device. That would be cool. You know?
Well, it's a tunneling, right? So, quantum tunneling is where an object is traveling in a direction, going through a barrier where, under normal circumstances, it has no means of getting through, but it does make it through. So, is it quantum tunneling? So, because now I've confirmed that I've removed the
Quantum
corrosion.
pathway. Quantum pathway. There you go.
Well, quantum tunnel, quantum
yeah.
tunnel, which
Gotta
is
play with the name
widely,
of it.
which is widely understood in today's physics. Quantum tunneling is nothing new. It's being able to achieve a device that actually does that, and not a redox reaction and not a galvanic reaction, because there
It-
is no acid in my cells at all in any way. So I've created that tunnel for the magnesium ions to travel. And it's 100% dry. There is no water, no liquids, nothing, no gels, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So
Very cool.
it's like, even like CATL, CTAL in China. They're
Mhm.
one of probably the largest battery manufacturer on the planet. Billions of dollars. And these guys are just starting to come out with solid state batteries. Just starting. And then there was that other company, Donut Labs, claimed that they have a solid state electrolyte power cell. But, it's kind of like the cold fusion thing. There's a lot of controversy around that company now,
Mhm.
making false claims and all this kind of stuff. But, yeah, kind of interesting. But, if I'm able to pull this off on a frigging, well, because it's winter now, I can't work in my lab in the locker outside. But I'm doing this on the frigging kitchen table, everyone. And I'm creating stuff that even the top engineers in the world haven't even gone yet. Like, they still haven't got a real, quote unquote, solid state battery out. It's kind of weird that I'm doing it with basically a shoestring budget.
For them, it's not that they can't do it. They want to maximize their profits as much as possible, and make the world believe like it's such a hard thing to do. Like you said, it's a shoestring budget, but
Yeah,
for the people that they're getting the money from, like the governments or granting, departments for
yeah.
this, they have to make it seem like, oh, it's such a difficult thing that it's going to cost that much. It's not
Oh,
about.
like if I had access to your battery fabrication, the way they can roll stuff, and they can fabricate layers of the battery at like 2 to 5 nanometers. If
Mhm,
I had that ability at home,
mhm.
holy crap, I'd be light years ahead of these idiots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for them, the dollar signs are important. It's not about the
It's
product, like.
economics. Yeah, it's economics is an issue. So, lithium, it had its heyday. Lithium stocks are going down, sodium stocks are going up. It's economics, right? Sodium is well more abundant in the Earth's crust than lithium is.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So naturally, the market is going to go in that direction. Even aluminum batteries, but they don't have the energy density of magnesium. There's only two companies, two universities and two companies worldwide that I know are actually actively researching using magnesium. There's not
Hmm.
many out there. Most of them are either lithium or they're going sodium or whatever, zinc.
There's not new innovation.
Well, they just kind of, I don't know why with magnesium, they kind of like, they know it's there, but they just kind of put it on the shelf. You know what I mean? Like magnesium is far superior energy density wise than lithium. It always has been. And this is not, a new discovery. They've known this for years. Years. Magnesium is used everywhere. They use it in engine blocks, engine parts, and it's widely used. Magnesium is used everywhere in it does industry, right? So yeah. It's economics, what's making the real money.
What did they say here? Yeah.
I'm just trying to read through the chat too.
Yeah, I have the chat on my cell phone because I can't do this like from the iPad, and the same thing. So I have makes it easier.
Yeah, see, my cell has no acid. There is no acid whatsoever in my cells. That's the aluminum wedge one. I know about that battery. That was built, from what I understand, that was done back in the 70s. Early 1970s, the aluminum battery. They used an aluminum wedge. I seen it was on Energy from the Vacuum series when John Bandini had access to the Serjanka files. So they had an aluminum battery, and it's like a wedge shape, and you would stick it into the cell. And after the electric car would use up all the aluminum would just deteriorate, as it's being used. And then you just pull what's left out and put a new wedge in there, and boom, you're on your way again.
It's like a cartridge.
Right,
like an aluminum.
See, what's the only bad thing with the aluminum? It's deteriorating. They're using an acid, right? So the acid's eating away at the aluminum. It works, but the thing is, you still have consumable. You have to go buy aluminum. You have to go buy the material to put into the cell. Sure, if that's what you like, that's cool. But with my magnesium cell, the magnesium will last 10, 20 years.
And there's no replacement parts. It's just one time solid state that you don't have to add anything or remove anything. Yeah. I mean,
as long as number one, you don't have a redox reaction in the cell, or using any kind of acid whatsoever, and there's no water whatsoever, and it's completely sealed, that magnesium will last forever. It will not die off.
You're on to something, Mike. You're on to something.
So I'm very, very close. Very close. I would say in the next couple of months, I'll probably have it. So yeah, that's kind of the holy grail, is the solid state battery.
Matt, like I hope you get it done, because you would have something in your name forever. You become one of those names that we sit and talk about all the time. Like next Bedini or the next,
90% of all I know is my own personal research. If any element came into my head, I researched that element. I've gone through hundreds of elements. You name it, I've researched it. I've also done cross-reference of reactions between one element versus another element, a side reaction, a runaway reaction.
And you're talking about, how about molecules, like combination of two elements?
Yeah, so say like an acid versus magnesium. What does the acid actually do to the magnesium? How does it corrode it? What is the acidic content? If you have an alkaline solid state electrolyte, but it's designed in a way that creates the pathway for the magnesium ion without resistance.
Mm-hmm.
then you got it. Then you have it. Because resistance, they call it internal battery resistance, or it's actually a meter you can buy. It's a battery tester. It'll tell you your voltage, how much current it will put out, and also the internal resistance in ohms. Okay, so the higher ohms resistance you have in it, you might get a higher voltage reading, but your current is low. It's not going to have enough horsepower behind it. So you have to engineer how close those plates are together. So, further apart, you'll get more voltage, but you lose current. And then the closer you go together, you're going to lose voltage potential, but you're going to gain more current.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
it's finding that sweet spot. But now, getting the magnesium ion from the anode to the cathode is one thing. But if you get the right spot, you have to polarize the cathode. Now, if the cathode is the wrong material or it's not the right thickness, what will happen is you have resistance in the cell again.
Mm-hmm.
You have resistance. It has to have an instantaneous attachment of the magnesium ion. So the second it hits the cathode, that cathode has to grab it and hold it in.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any resistance there, you lose power. So it has to be polarized in a way that there's no resistance. So the choice of material, what you use for your cathode, is critical. There's 1, 2, 3 elements that are the top right now to use. So if you get one of those 3, chances are you're going to have a good cell. I've zeroed in on two elements right now. The one element, I'm trying to see if I can get it in the way I want it. If I can, it's actually more conductive than copper. That's how good it is. So if I can get that,
it's a raw element, not a combination of two.
No, it's a raw element, but it's in a metal form, right?
Okay.
It's a metal, but it has a higher conductivity than copper. And copper is like about as conductive as you can get, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, that element is actually on, I believe, an aluminum surface, and it's got a 2 nanometer coating of that element on top. And that's what you want, is that 2 nanometer thickness of your cathode. So when the magnesium ion hits it, it polarizes it right away. It holds the charge, and there's no loss. So resistance in ohms. So that's really the whole, right from the anode to the cathode, everything matters. It's that combination of all those elements in sequence. I've been researching this probably pushing 3.5 years now. 3.5 years of experiments and trying this and trying that, hundreds of hours of experimenting on this stuff, which 99% of it I haven't shown. Like almost all of it I haven't shown. Very, very little I've shown of this. So when I get the cell, it's probably the thickness is going to be about, like, say, 2 credit cards thick.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be about
very
5.
thin.
Yeah, so we're talking under 5 millimeters thick.
Wow.
That's how thin they're going to be. And there's also a reason for that. So many
Well,
things.
I'm excited to, I would like to see, I would like to see that. I'm excited whenever you're going to make that battery where I could just stick it on my phone and I don't have to plug in anything, and then we're done.
Yeah.
Size of a credit card,
Yeah, you can make it as big as you want or as small as you want. Like the ones I got right now, I got 3 plates working together. When they're just their standing charge on their own without putting any power into it, I'm looking at 3.5, 4 volts for three little cells. They're 6x6s, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll actually get higher reactions off a cell half its size.
Okay.
So, yeah, even the geometry of the battery has to be a certain way, because one of my very first cells that I ever made, I'm actually looking at that design again, because that cell was putting out 1.7 volts at, I was getting a consistent 800 milliamps coming out of it. I'm just like, whoa, like, where is this power coming from? And I built the cell a certain way, and it lasted 6 months before it crapped out because I used water in it.
Yeah.
But even with the water in it, the amount of magnesium I had in it, if I made it used any other method, it would have lasted 2 weeks. Mine lasted 6 months before it crapped out. It's because, I had water in it. It destroyed the magnesium over 6 months.
Yeah. Erosion.
So actually, yeah, one of my first cells was actually one of the best cells I ever made. And now
Currently, you have something running, right? Like it's still running.
got lots of, oh yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff running still.
Yeah, like it's been what I think a couple of years. You've had one that's been running for a couple of years now, or
Like, here, I'll show you this one cell. It's been exposed to the air. It's been exposed to everything. There, I'll just show. Bear with me here for a second. Oops. Take off my background here. Okay, so this cell here, I got basically 2 clamps on it. So you got the magnesium plate and I got a graphite plate, all right? And my solid state electrolyte is in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even see it. You can't even see it, how thin it is. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a meter test on it. This has been sitting in the open for probably about 2.5, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. BurnEye's there. So, okay. So, yeah, so let's do this. So, I don't know if you can see the meter. Could you guys see the meter okay?
Yeah.
Right, so, what do we got there?
17.07, I think. Is that 17.07?
1.706 volts. That's been sitting in the open air for 2.5 months.
I'm still giving
solid state electrolyte.
Amazing work, Mike.
No water in it at all. There's no water in this cell, and it's still putting out 1.7 volts. Oxidation. Do you see any oxidation on this plate?
No.
Like almost nothing.
Just little specks here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little tarnish, but that's about it. This will last probably 50 years, just like this.
So the larger you layer it like a sandwich, the more it'll produce.
You hook it up in series, right? So if you hook it up in series, if this is 1.7 volts, times that by 2, times it by 3, times it by 4, right? Or if you put it in parallel, then you'll have the same voltage, but your current will be double.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we want, current, because
you want a bit of both, right?
Yes.
So yeah, after 2.5 months of sitting in the open air, there's solid state electrolyte. There's no acids, no nothing, because this thing would be eaten away. This would be gone. Like it's just got a little bit of surface tarnish on it from the air and the humidity in the air.
That's not acid.
That's it.
Yeah.
And this thing's still putting out 1.7 volts.
Very cool.
So, yeah, that's what this is the Holy Grail right here. That's the Holy Grail. So it's what's inside that counts.
Inside that counts, yes.
Metaphorical and physical, literally in this case. Love it. Love it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner on the barbecue. That's why I wasn't here, but I was listening. Great episode, y'all.
Yeah. Tell everybody about your bee incident.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so the beware of the bees. They're killer bees down here. I'm gonna be taking that bees hive out later tonight because they attacked the dog and they attacked me. So now they gotta go.
No, Bernie, call beekeepers. Bees are very important. They could relocate them very easily, and like there are services for free. They
Free
do this.
BK. You gotta Google that for me, Cal
You know what?
Navari.
Okay, like just send me your location. I'll find you something. Like bees are really important, man. They're getting
Okay, because
extinct.
I was holding off. I was delaying them killing the bees for like
No,
3
don't
weeks.
kill the bees. Don't kill the bees.
But then they stung the dog, and now
Just,
they stung me. So
I'm
the
just
bees
jealous.
got to go. So I will send you the location.
Yeah,
And
they
we will
have to. You
try
have to
of
have
your
around you something. They like there's companies that will come to you to get those bees. You know.
Well, come get those bees because they bad bees now.
I'm jealous of your barbecue.
Yeah, we barbecuing that chicken.
God.
So just popping in to say hi, and that I got stung by bees, and we're eating chicken, and love you all, and we'll see you on the next one.
Do you know some like bee stings are not that bad? Like they have
you know what you put on a bee sting?
What?
How to get the poison out of the bee sting?
You don't want the poison out.
Toothpaste.
If you get yeah, but if you get a bee sting, it's good for you. It's good for your body. It has like like an anti-cancer.
Some people, but some people are highly allergic to bee bites.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a different thing. Yeah.
But anyways, a common remedy that if I ever get a bee bite or if I get like really bad mosquito bites, I put toothpaste on it because of the baking soda. The baking soda inside the toothpaste helps pull the poison out, and the itch goes away. That's my little tip. Trust me, I do a lot of camping, and I have my fair share of mosquito bites over the years. I learned these little tricks, toothpaste or baking soda.
Toothpaste has wondrous uses, not just for your teeth.
Well, fluoride's actually not good for you, but when it comes to mosquito bites and bee stings, it has its purpose.
Yes.
Yeah. So back to the cell, yeah. So there you go. Sitting out over two months in the air, totally exposed with a solid state electrolyte that I designed, and it's still putting out power.
Why do you have the clamps on it?
Just to keep it together so it doesn't fall off. But it's pretty much bonded together now. I put that on for it to set.
Okay.
So it bonds together. Also, the bonding of the elements together is also very crucial to the cell. So I'm giving out a lot of pointers here tonight. So I hope people are writing some of this stuff down.
I am.
So I've given a lot of info on batteries. A lot of info tonight. So hopefully people will bookmark this show. Yeah. So
please hit that like button, as Bernie always says, and do share.
Yeah. Beekeeping this year. Am I planning on beekeeping? I don't know if he's talking to us. We have a lot of like really nasty hornets.
Oh, those are
So,
assholes. Those are
oh,
those should be burned alive. Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Bumblebees, I have no problem with bumblebees. They can fly around me. I have no problem with bumblebees at all. I actually welcome them because they pollinate everything. Without
Yeah.
them, all our ecosystem would collapse, right?
They say Earth won't like if bees get extinct 5 years and then we all die.
Oh yeah,
Everything
all
collapses.
our
Yeah,
ecosystem will disappear. Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
screwed big time. And I
Like
think it's killing them. I
there's so
think
many
it's killing.
government grants on people that want to, save bees or start bee
Of course,
farms or like
like
a
I live.
lot of government aid on that.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of bee farms here about 25 years ago in the town where I live. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, I worked with a lady years ago. Her husband was a bee farmer, and
Mm.
he had his hives up here in the town where I live now. And yeah, he got rid of it because they all died.
Well, you guys have freezing weather. I mean,
Well, no, it's not that. Is the bees got sick? Remember, they had that virus,
mm.
and he lost, I think, like 2 colonies of bees in like a matter of like 2 months, 3 months.
Oh, how sad.
Like they got wiped out. They completely got wiped out. So we had a bit of a bee crisis here in Ontario. They were getting sick. I personally think that what's hurting the bees today is the cell phone, all the cell phone frequencies. I think
Hmm.
they're really messing up
I
bees.
I agree with you on that. And the fluctuation in the magnetic field also is not helping, the bees because they lose sense of
Oh yeah,
direction.
this one guy made a good point. A problem with beekeeping is the uh, what is it? Verena mite. It's like a tick. Verona mite. Yeah, it's like a
I see.
tick.
I saw
Yeah,
that. I think I saw a
yeah,
video
it's
or
like
something.
or like a parasite type thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard of that too. Yeah,
it takes
sure.
over the
Yeah,
bees, like motor
it
skills
kills
and
them.
all that. Yeah,
It
yeah,
kills them. It kills
yeah.
them. Yeah, yeah. That good point. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. I think cell phone towers don't help either. Yeah, yeah, it's a parasite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Lulu, I think we're going to square it up for tonight.
Very good show. Thank you
Show,
everybody for
yeah,
showing, for
yeah,
coming in. Yeah.
yeah. Chat was great tonight. Thanks a lot, chat. And yeah, we go live to air again. Let's see. Next week, I'm going to do a show next week. After next week, I won't be doing a show for probably 2 weeks. The reason for it is my wife's going in for some major surgery, and she's going to need all the help she can get for the next 4 to 6 weeks after the surgery. It's yeah. So, but I'll try to
Wish her
get
luck.
shows in there. Her surgery is on the 9th, which is a Monday. So not this Monday, a week Monday. So yeah, so the last live show will probably be next Friday, and then probably maybe 3 weeks I won't be able to do a live show. So yeah, got to take care of her, and yeah. So
Wish her
everybody
the
have a,
best.
yeah, I will. Thanks.
And I'll try to prepare for next week to get that moisture meter just to do live
Yeah,
experimentation on the show. It would be fun to test out, different materials.
yeah, no doubt.
All
Okay,
right.
everybody have a great weekend and take care.
Good night, everyone. Bye.